Hi guys, good morning. How are you doing? Happy New Year. So this is 2022 and I'm so happy and so glad. 2021 has been a ish year, but we're hopeful for greater things in 2022. So I've decided this year I want to be more consistent. One of my goals this year is to be more consistent in creating content. I may not have always the content, but the thing is, just show up and do something. So what I'm doing currently is I'm trying to write down a few things for not really my year, but even for my future. I feel like that's a very important thing to do, write down. I think even God says in his word that write down your vision in tablets and I will establish them. So I feel like it's very important. I've written a few things for my year 2022, but I feel like I really needed to go more into detail about the things that I want to see, not now or in this year, but even in my near future, because I feel like once you have those things written down, it can push you to become a better version of yourself. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'll put that in a quick time lapse. Yeah. So that's just me from Amat. I know some people even feel weird seeing me in Amat, but yeah, in Amat, this journey, this distance between where I'm dropped and home is far. It's far. So that's why I feel like you guys should just keep me company as I walk, because safari ni ndefu tena sana. The sun is slapping properly. Anyway, so I'm back home. Sorry I couldn't continue vlogging there because guys were passing a lot and they were looking at me and I was feeling weird and embarrassed. But so I'm finally home. So that was just a clip of me showing you that napananga mat, because there's some people out here who actually believe that I do not jab. So I actually jab. However, by the time na jabbing, like I'm usually so stressed out, especially now. Like I'm so nikipana mat sengine, I'm just like people just they be trying you, because now the thing that usually pisses me off completely about jabbing is because of COVID, and guys want to come to the mat without a mask one, or ama umekam na mask alafu unaivaa hapa. Like, I mean, bruh, please put your mask on because we don't want to catch the Rona. Anyway, so but I'll be jabbing more often. Part of my New Year's resolution is to try and cut down on unnecessary costs, and I feel like fuel is one of those things like I want to try and cut down on. So if I don't necessarily need to go out with the car, I can drive. So if I know I'll go somewhere, or like I might be late in the evening, or I have a couple of errands to run, like one place to another, to another, to another, I think then I can use the car. But if I'm just going to work, because I work along Mombasa Road and I live along Mombasa Road, it's actually cheaper to go via mat than to go with the car, because fuel then is expensive. Like I feel like the economy is so tough these days. Like ukiamka tu hivi decide kutoka, 1,000 is over, like just like that. Like hakuna value ya do siku hizi. Anyway, yeah, so I want to show you guys something. So you remember when I was in the office, so I was doing down, I was writing down my, so you remember when I was like at work, I was writing down my resolutions for the year, and I thought something like when I was just going through, so here, just okay, I know my handwriting is cute, you don't need to mention it, but like today I was like really reflecting, and I that was not me. All right, go back. I wrote a lot. Like I really didn't think I'd write a lot, but like one important question is like, how do you want the year to look for you? So I was able to group down my resolutions in terms of what do I want for myself, and I was very particular, especially in asking myself like questions, like the hard questions. Who do I think I am? What do I want to accomplish? Why haven't I accomplished those things? What are my fears? What are my traumas? Like just ask yourself those questions that are really triggering for you, or things. For me, I never ask myself those things. I just write down goals. I want to achieve these. But I think for me today, it was very important that I understand where I'm at currently, where I want to be, and how do I get there. So I ask myself those questions, especially like for myself. What do I see myself? What are my fears? What are my struggles? What are my past traumas? The things that are making me not accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in life. And then also, things like ask myself, how do I want to see myself in things like wealth? And wealth, for me, like I usually say, I don't want to be rich, because I feel like riches can end. But when you're wealthy in terms of knowledge, in terms of wisdom, in terms of your money. So for me, it was like in terms of my wealth, in terms of my health, in terms of my relationships. It could be beyond just my romantic relationships, but also my friendships. Like, where do I want to see my friendships be? What are my goals? What are the kind of friendships that I want to attract this year? Where do I want to be in even my relationship? Where do I want to be in terms of family, in terms of my career? Where do I want to see myself this year? What are the things that I want to achieve in my career? What are important landmarks that I can say? And I think for me, that was quite challenging for me, because I think we just set goals like I want to be financially stable, but like I've been working for 1.5 years, 2 years now, if I may say, but are there milestones that I can say I have accomplished? Because we just say I want to be financially stable, but what are like when you look back, what steps did you make to ensure that you're financially stable? Do you get where I'm coming from? And if you are not able to achieve them, what are some of the things that made you not achieve those things? So that even as you set your new year goals, you know where you are at, where you are, and what can help you to ensure that you're able to achieve those goals in the next year. And if you were able to achieve them in the previous year, how can you push yourself to become better to ensure that in the coming year you're able to make better goals and to ensure you can achieve them? Like if you achieve them in the previous year, what made it possible for you to achieve those things in that particular year? And I think lastly, one important thing that for me really stood out for me was like, this is the type of person that I want to become in 2022. So what are the characteristics of the person? For example, let me give, like, maybe I want to become a CEO. So what are CEOs doing? Like, what are the habits that CEOs are doing? Are they lazy? Are they hardworking? Do they like to sleep a lot? Do they watch movies a lot? Like, find out their habits. And, like, how can you become that person that you want to become? Like, if you're a CEO, these people are very hardworking. They barely sleep. Like, they're always up like at 5 a.m. So if you're sleeping till like 10 or 11 a.m., like, there's a problem there. They are very accountable people. They can be able to, to account this and this has happened to me over the year, or this is how the company has grown to this particular point. But for you, if you can't even account for your finances, I feel, it's kind of like a tricky place to be in. So for me, that was like my highlight for setting my goals in 2022. Like, I wanted a different approach. I wanted a different approach so that I'm able to hit my goals in a different way. Like, I'm able to set a different priority for my goals in 2022. Like, I just don't want to write down goals. I want to have like the person. Imagine if I want to be a lawyer, how do lawyers behave? How do they interact with people? How do they do 1, 2, 3 things? And I think for me, understanding the person that I want to become helped me, realize, even try and change my habits. I know we're in like we're in day 4 of the year or day 5 of the year. And, somehow it may feel like I might lose track, but I love one thing that Michael Todd says, something that you want to become always starts as a discipline. You could, like, you want to get to maybe you want to be like 60 kgs. You start going to the gym. There are days that you'll feel like, oh God, I do not even want to work out, or I do not want to see the gym, or I do not want to eat right. That could be one thing. But it's a discipline. You've already established. Like, I'll go to the gym even though I don't feel like doing it. Like, I'll go to the gym even though today I'm feeling really under the weather. I'll still go to the gym. So it starts as a discipline until the time when you're able, like, when you don't go to the gym, you feel like, I've really missed doing something in my schedule. So yeah, I think many important things in life, if you want to get somewhere in life, you really need to form a culture of discipline. So that was me, and then I'll see what I'll do now, and maybe I'll bring you guys along.
My brother Ben and his wife Grace still in love after 15 years. They're twins, Olive and Cal, always bickering like an old married.
Sometimes someone comes into your life so unexpectedly. Sometimes someone turns to be the one that gives you everything, just like you did. Took me by surprise, made me complete. You changed my life, made me believe.
Guys, I did it! Woo. I did it. Let me catch up, right? I'll come back.
So in love and so excited, cause you're so right. Now I'm never leaving your side, cause you're mine. Mine.
Hey, so how are you guys? How are you doing? So I've just finished like my morning session. Just put up some content up for work, and I just had my breakfast, so I'm about to go and hit the shower now. Then I think I'm just gonna end this vlog from here. Anyway, what you just saw me doing was my morning devotion and my gratitude jar. I just put like one thing. So I've decided, like, I really want to start my year with the little things, like be grateful for the little things. Also, it's just because in 2021 I really struggled with my journey, like with God, like understanding who God is to me. And I feel like this year I want to find out God for myself, not because of my parents or because of my friends or because I've been brought up in church. Like, I just want to be, if I'm following Christ, I want to follow him because I have chosen to follow him, not because I was born in a Christian home and not because I found myself in church. I just want to take time and understand God. And I feel like the only way you can do that is, read his word. He says if you want to grow, read. That song we used to sing in primary or nursery, read your Bible and pray every day. I just feel like, for me, that's my first step. Taking time to, find God for me as Shelmith, not as my mother's daughter or my relatives, like just form my own relationship with God. Yeah, so other than that, I've done my morning workout and then I've had a good dance session. I love to dance, so I've had that. I'm gonna insert like a clip here. So I feel good. Hey guys, in other news, I'm currently watching Manifest. So Manifest is a movie I started. It's a series actually. I started watching it yesterday, guys. I got home like at around 5. So I was like, I'm gonna watch something like for an hour or so. Hey guys, tell me why I slept at 12 midnight. Tell me why I slept at 12 midnight. Hey, and now like I just feel like I'm not functioning until I finish this series. So help me God, because guys, it's such an amazing storyline. If you're looking for something to watch, go and look for Manifest. It's just basically if you're into like mystery, into like mystery, if you like mystery series, this is the one. I tell you guys, I'm just glued here, like the one that they say like I'm just watching 1 or 2 episodes and I'm done. I'm in episode 8, guys, and I started watching it yesterday evening. I'm in episode 8, but it's an amazing movie. So anyway, I'm just gonna take a shower and then after that I think I'll come and end the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Hi guys, so I'm done. I'm ready. I'm showered. It smells so good. Yeah, so I'm really happy. It wasn't really much, but I'm glad I'm getting my groove back. So yeah, expect more from me. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for choosing to watch. I hope you've learned a thing or two from my many beautiful things that I've been doing. So yeah, otherwise I'm wishing you guys a lovely day when we get into editing this vlog. I don't like editing. Somebody who loves editing, come to my rescue. I don't love the editing bit, but anyway guys, I'll see you guys next week, same time, maybe same place. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel here below. There's a subscribe button. It's absolutely free. You don't get charged anything. Just subscribe, help me grow the channel, yeah, and help me, like, give me some motivation to come back. Yeah, anyway guys, until next time, have a lovely week. Remember, you're good enough, you can do it, and you got this. Bye bye.